Hey everyone, I'm Michael Majors.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And you're watching the Versus Series on StarCityGames.com. All right, today in the Versus Series, we are continuing our voyage into Eldritch Moon with some kind of new and exciting decks. On my side, I'm going to be playing a Sultai Midrange deck kind of based around utilizing the graveyard. In particular, I've really grown fond of the interactions between Haunted Dead, Prized Amalgam, and Voldaren Pariah. I've been kind of trying to figure out ways to slot those into different decks. So the deck I'm playing today is kind of like a self-milly dredge deck that tries to fill up its graveyard and try to utilize those interactions to really have a ton of resiliency, constantly put threats on the battlefield, and hopefully, trickily madness a Voldaren Pariah onto the battlefield, destroy everything my opponent's doing, and kind of just accrue more advantage that way.
Yeah, you can get Haunted Dead into your graveyard. You can activate it, discarding Prized Amalgam and Voldaren Pariah. Cast the Pariah off Madness. The Prized Amalgam will trigger, so on your end step, you'll get that back. You get the token.
And then you have 3 creatures.
Then you have 3 creatures to sacrifice. It's perfect.
Yep.
It's a nifty little engine you got going there.
Just good deck building.
Yeah, that is just great deck building.
Yeah, so I think my deck's sweet. It's definitely rough. I know the mana is kind of iffy, but I'm excited to try it out and keep working on it.
Essentially a 2-color deck. How bad can your mana be?
Well, you have triple black to Madness Voldaren Pariah, so you need quad black for that interaction, which is a lot, obviously.
Yeah, you need some Twilight Myers.
I'm playing a Singleton Westvale Abbey because it is quite good in the deck, but there's a lot of stress on the mana base. I do have Grapple with the Past, which I think is one of the more underrated cards in the set right now. It's kind of it's basically just instant speed regrowth with tons of upside. That sounds like hyperbole, but it's actually just true.
Yeah, that in your deck definitely just gets everything.
Yeah, so I'm excited. And on Ross's side, we have a blue-red controlled kind of.
It's a control deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just I guess it has a bit of an aggressive element with Niblis of Frost.
Yeah.
So that you can sort of turn the corner pretty quickly. And some of the weakness, the red removal in Standard right now is pretty weak to big creatures, but Niblis is incredible against big creatures. You just tap them down every turn. You have tons of cantrips in the deck between Tormenting Voice and Take Inventory, so you can cast multiple spells almost every turn after you play Niblis if you untap with it, and essentially just Frost Breath your opponent every turn and bash for 5. They should die pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, I like the idea of, obviously, Niblis needs a lot of spells to make your deck work. It is a spirit, so I've personally been trying to slot it into dedicated spirits decks, but it does make sense what you're doing with this blue-red deck, and obviously you love Izzet colors more than life itself, so.
I don't know if I love Izzet colors that much.
Every set you write about 3 Izzet decks.
Do I?
Yeah.
Maybe I just go. I'll have to go back and check.
You should go back and check, but in the meantime, let's roll some dice.
I do like Take Inventory more than life itself.
I don't think that card is actually very good.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm certainly higher on it than most. I have 2 pair.
Oh, I lose again.
When was the last time you won a die roll?
I don't remember.
Okay, here for game 1 of Blue-Red Control against Sultai Midrange, and I have a pretty good hand. We'll be able to do some stuff early and hopefully start setting up some powerful plays in the mid-game. I'll keep.
Yep, man's got a pretty decent curve and fine mana, so I'll keep.
Okay, Ephemeral.
Go.
2 creature lands. We're both very talented. A cycle. You can go.
I just can't take it seriously. Hang her back for 1, your turn.
You just played a 2-mana 1/1.
That's much better than your cycle.
How about draw 2?
I mean, that's just lucky.
And so I could do this turn. Yeah, I think that's going to be best. I'll go to 19 and just...
Oh, perfect. Now I don't even have to make a decision next turn.
Well, you're welcome. You can go. Oop. Might end up getting punished for that, but Hangerback is definitely an issue for this deck, so I think killing it on sight is important.
Okay, I lied. We kind of have to make a decision of what 3-drop we want to play. Previously, I think there would have been a pretty good argument just casting this and ticking up my Hangerback Walker. I'm just going to attack for 1.
18.
But I think just putting some amount of pressure on Ross is better. Your turn.
Okay, that was very good. Play Niblis Frost.
Sure.
You can go.
Okay. So, I think we're gonna start by playing Liliana the Last Hope and ticking up on this. Then I'll attack for 4.
So I have a 1, 2.
A 1. Oh crap! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just this.
I was confused for a second.
Thought I had a more free attack than that, but
we'll go to 16.
I'm real dumb. And I'm going to sack this scry, keep this on top, and
Elvish Visionary?
I don't know if I'm going to play Elvish Visionary Hangerback Walker this turn. I think it's pretty close, actually. Hangerback Walker is pretty susceptible to just being tapped down by Niblis, so I think I'll just dig into my deck, because with the fact that I know I have this, it's going to be pretty academic to set this up, I think, so I'll I'll pass.
Okay. Not a bad draw. I think we can pretty safely start with a pour over the pages, triggering Niblis.
Yep.
And so this is going to make it 2 power. It would be nice to get Liliana off the table this turn.
Don't do it.
So I guess I'll just tap down the Thopter for now.
Sure.
So I draw 3. Then I discard 1. Then I untap 2 lands. And so I can potentially kill Liliana. But I do sort of spew off a lot of my stuff to do so. I do have some good stuff in reserve, though. So, yeah, let's deal with the Liliana. I'll Bombardment the Sifter, tap down Visionary. And I'll Bombardment the Thopter, tap down Visionary. And then I'll attack Liliana for 4. You can go. The old 1 red, 4 damage spell to kill a Thopter token.
Guess I'll go ahead and main phase the Scrapple.
You mill 3 and then get a land or creature back?
Right. 1, 2, 3. I'll choose the...
This is tapped.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm sure we'll get a bunch of comments about that. Caught him this time, guys. It's okay.
Guess I'll choose the Voldaren Pariah. Yeah. And I will... I guess take... No, I'll just play Hangerback for 1. Your turn.
Okay. And I think we can pretty easily just jam this Chandra. Niblis triggers, tap down Hangerback.
Sure.
And...
Or is it instant or sorcery, or just has prowess?
It's prowess.
No, it's instant or sorcery.
That's instant sorcery, yeah. I was thinking... I was reading the reminder text on prowess and confused it with that.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever, you have a Hangerback Walker.
You just accused me of cheating.
Well, you do it every week.
That's just not true.
So I could minus Bring Chandra to 3, leave Michael with just a Thopter token. I think that's probably best, just to make sure Pariah doesn't flip. And now I have a 4/4, and yeah, I'm just gonna jam it.
All right, 16.
16 all. You can go.
Kill Chandra.
Oh,
Oh, you remember when you noticed that I had a creature land on the very first turn? Go.
Okay. So. Could just activate Fumarole and bash for 7. That seems good.
Yeah, put me under a lot of pressure for sure.
You have a Pariah in hand and 2 unknowns. You can, at best, cast Pariah and still be, and 1 more creature. So not too scared of the 1 card I know in Michael's hand. I think I just want to end this game now that I've spewed off that Chandra. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 9.
Inconspicuously make that. Yeah, switching obviously, so you go to 9, and yeah, I'll pass.
All right, I'll play Ishkana.
Yeah, I assume you have Delirium?
Yep.
Yeah, land, artifact, creature, planeswalker, instant.
Yep. This is actually a good draw, but there's no way we could pair it with other stuff in our hand at this moment. So the question is whether I want to attack with my Thopter or not. I don't think there's really any scenario where my spiders die, but my Thopters live. I can just get hit with like another Chandra or whatever. So I'll just attack for 1.
I'm at 15.
All right, go.
And I can. So I'm certainly going to do this into this. I can cast it for 5. So this kills here, these kill here, and that gets tapped down. I'm going to Lightning Axe, discarding Avacyn's Judgment. Avacyn's Judgment for 5. Niblis triggers twice. The Lightning Axe will go here. The Avacyn's Judgment will go with these, and I guess I'll tap down these 2, just in case. So, and then I'll attack for 5.
All right,
4. You can go. Everything has gone essentially according to plan this game.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's able to just cantrip a bit early on top of the Niblis, and Niblis of Frost was absurd.
The old 1 Avacyn's Judgment.
That's all I need.
So I guess there's no reason to kick this more than once. So I'm just going to play Collective Brutality, discard 1 additional card to escalate, discard this. I'll drain for 2 and choose an insert sorcery from your hand.
Okay.
So I'll get a 6.
6, and I go to 13.
Yep. And I'll take a point. Play Pariah.
5.
Your turn.
Spell. Tilt. So, yeah, I think I just want to activate Fumarole and attack with it, and
Block.
Switch. Play well else.
All right, that's pretty good. Cast Gather the Pack. I have Spell Mastery with Brutality and card Grapple the Past. 2, 3, 4, 5.
What do we got?
Pariah and something. I can choose between these 2, Liliana or Catacomb Sifter. The lifelink on Liliana is actually pretty attractive, so that's something to consider. But Catacomb Sifter does represent 2 creatures, which is also nice. Liliana does say non-token, but I could like play Pariah this turn, go to 4. Hopefully Ross bricks. If he doesn't brick, then I have to chump with my Pariah anyways. He'll just tap the spider, and this will be 4/4. And I'm going to take a point. Or no, I'm not going to take a point, so I'll still be at 5. Okay. All right, that changes things. Let's see. Okay, so if I take these two, Ross hits me to some number. I probably still want to chump here. But I guess Catacomb Sifter is not really getting me anywhere, and Liliana could theoretically take over the game. This is tough. So I could play Liliana and animate Quagmire, but then there's no scenario where I guess I can actually use the prize ability without sacrificing Liliana, so that's kind of a wash. So I guess I'll take Catacomb Sifter, and then I'll play Pariah and pass.
Spell. That's pretty good. So I'll just Fiery Temper the Pariah, tap down the spider.
Sure.
Attack for 4. 1.
One.
Pass.
All right, I'm dead.